What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back in to Wake Up and Ball, powered by BetUS, your favorite morning show. Good morning, TD.
Good morning, Richie, man. How you feeling this morning, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. It was a long day yesterday. I think I was live for a total of 9 hours across all different streams,
Whew.
and I wanted to unplug last night. And of course, the Jets made a move. And right when I saw the Jets make a move, I was like, yeah, I'll talk about that in the morning. Sorry. I'll talk about that in the morning, man. Just uploaded a video about it right before this show. But other than that, I'm good. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute. Free agency frenzy, man. What a day yesterday.
Yeah, same thing with Miami. We made a move last night, a pretty good one. But I actually talked about it on my late night stream, but I didn't get really too crazy into it. But free agency in general, man, a lot of guys are flying off the board. Teams are getting better. Big moves are being made. Exciting times all around the NFL.
Absolutely, man. There's a lot to get into. I feel like across the NFL, there's so much. And I'm excited to get into everything we need to get into today on Wake Up and Ball. You were awesome yesterday, Richie. Well, thank you, Armand. I appreciate that. I put in a lot of work yesterday, and so did my good friend here, Tony Dow. So let's get straight into it, folks. Hit the thumbs up button. We're excited to talk about all things NFL free agency. It is the heart of free agency frenzy. There's a lot of stuff going on around the NFL, and I feel like it's kind of overwhelming, TD, because I don't even know where to start at some points because there's so many breaking news happening left and right. So where do you think we should go first and foremost? Should we go into the Jevon Holland news? Because that was breaking news this morning.
Yeah, it shocked me. The Giants picked up Jevon Holland and got him at a good price. When you look at it, the deal is up to $46.8 million, which is basically $15.6 million a year. That's the highest amount for a safety this free agency so far, but I'm shocked because I thought that he would be 17 to 20, which isn't far off. But I think yesterday his market got pushed down a little because so many safeties were going for 14, 13, and 15 million. So he does find a landing spot with the Giants. They get a little better in the defense. And it's interesting because the Giants are the team that really hasn't been making many moves, and people are like, what is wrong with them? They're going to get themselves in trouble. But he lands there, and they got their guy.
And do you think that this contract, I mean, you said you're shocked by the contract, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm shocked because I just found out that there's a report saying the Dolphins offered a 3-year, $30 million deal. It's just so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
We're going to get into your Dolphins. Don't worry, TD, because it seems like you're very embarrassed by them.
Oh, my gosh.
Seems like you're very, very embarrassed by your Miami Dolphins. Poor TD Fins talk. We got a super chat. Dolphins let Jevon Holland go, then signed an injured SAF in Melifanu. Is that true?
Yeah, we just signed him this morning. Good thing they brought that up because I'm trying to learn more about him. I don't know much about him. I just know that it's a downgrade potentially. We have Fuller at the cornerback position, but this is what I'm trying to understand. Does Lafayette play safety?
When did you guys make this move? This morning?
Yeah, this morning.
I don't know.
Because I thought he was a corner in Detroit. But let me look it up because I thought he was a corner and people were saying, oh, Holland's replacement. I'm like, hold on.
He
was a corner.
He is a corner.
It made me wonder, are we talking about the same person?
Well, no, he can do both. He was a 3rd-round pick from Syracuse. Ooh, shout out to Syracuse. The Jets just got a move we're going to talk about. But yeah, he's played all across. I think he's more of a safety, actually.
Okay. So that just tells me we just had a massive downgrade then.
Yeah, you did.
Massive downgrade.
Well, appreciate the super chat, my friend. The Jets, they also made a move last night for a safety, TD. You know that the Jets have a huge hole at safety. And they brought in Andre Cisco The Jets and the Dolphins just brought in 2 Syracuse safeties. I think they're actually teammates. Andre Cisco from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I love this move. It's a low risk, high reward. The Jets have a massive hole. It's not like we're losing a guy like Holland. So anything will be a plus for the New York Jets. The Jets decided to go to the safety market in terms of someone that's trying to bet on themselves, TD, instead of those massive contracts you're seeing. It's a 1-year, $10 million contract, hard-hitting safety, somebody that's going to fill in a massive hole. And it's one of those moves where if he goes out there and balls out, he's going to get a contract by either the Jets or another team next year because it is a 1-year deal. I think Andre Cisco believes in himself enough where he feels like, hey, if I go out there with the Jets and have a good season, I'm going to get this big contract that all these other safeties are getting on the open market next year. So I don't know if you're familiar with Andre Cisco at all, TD, but your thoughts of getting him on a 1-year, $10 million contract. He's 25 years old. He's also tied to New York from Queens, grew up in the New York area, went to Syracuse for college. So he has a lot of ties to New York City. And he tweeted, my 5th grade-year-old self would be pumped up right now becoming a Jet. So there's some ties there. And he's coming home to the Jets team that desperately needs safeties, and Aaron Glenn loves his safeties.
Well, nice signing, man. We'll see if that amounts to anything much. This is the area where you all needed some help, though, right?
Yeah, massive help.
What was the money again on this?
1 year, $10 million.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's giving some significant money.
Yeah, it's a 1-year deal, though. I mean, it's one of those deals where you feel like, I mean, he's a stud. I mean, he went out there, played 15 games for 4 straight seasons, has 8 career interceptions. He's a hard hitter. He's picked off Mahomes before. Has a pick 6 underneath his belt. He's one of those guys that you feel like he doesn't like the market right now. So he wants to get a 1-year deal on a team that he feel like he can show who he is so he can get paid next year, the big bucks.
Interesting. Well, hey, man, good signing for the Jets. We'll see if it works out, if he can earn a bigger contract. Time only tells. Listen, I actually got more information as well on our guy.
Strong safety Cam Chancellor type. I'd relax on the Cam Chancellor comparison.
I'm even more mad now at the move the Miami Dolphins made at the safety position.
Why?
You know, I'm doing my immediate research. Oh my God. Like, we're just an embarrassing organization. First of all, this guy has already completed 4 seasons in the NFL. Richie, his rookie year, he only played 7 games. His sophomore year, he only played 10 games. His junior year, he played 17. And last year, he only played 3 games. This is an injury guy and a backup for the most part. The Lions wanted him to start last year, but then he got hurt, only played 3 games. Like, I mean, what are we doing here, Miami? Do you know how many starts this guy has in 4 years?
Well,
how many starts? 14.
What was the contract, by the way? What's the contract?
1 year, $4 million.
All right. I mean, it's a backup depth guy. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, but no, Richie, that's the problem. That's the problem. He's probably going to be our starter because we don't have a starter next to Ramsey.
Well, he's going to be a safety.
Well, we don't have a starter at safety. You're right. I keep getting him confused because he played a little bit of cornerback. I'm sure seeing it here, 2 years of cornerback in Detroit and 2 years safety.
Folks, smash the like button right now. We're going deep into this because we got to keep the conversation going about the Miami Dolphins. Jets Forever has changing his name to Dolphins Forever. Breaking news, Jets Forever in the chat is going to change his name to Dolphins Forever. Get ready to have Jets Forever flooded in your chat saying, bench Tua for Zach. Zach's the franchise. Because
I like Zach, baby. Let's go. Zach for future.
First of all, TD, I'm going to have to teach you how to spell his first name right because you spelled his name wrong in your stream yesterday.
I put a CK?
Yeah, you did.
At least spell
his name right. But last night, folks, we were live. I'm so happy that news broke when we were on the AFC's roundtable. Come on, tell me that's not perfect symmetry right there. Man. Tell me that's not absolutely perfect. So we got to go into, and if you guys missed last night's episode of the AFC's roundtable, we were live when the Zach Wilson news broke. So here is the clip from the AFC's roundtable last night of when it broke. This is pretty hilarious stuff.
Dolphins signing
Zach Wilson is a Miami Dolphin, ladies and gentlemen.
No
Breaking
way.
news.
Lying. It's the Denver Broncos.
Zach Wilson is a Miami Dolphin, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Zach Wilson, baby. Where you at, TD? You to be one of the Dolphins. TD, you good, bro? Talk to us, man. What you got?
Chris Greer's stupid, man. This is embarrassing.
Zach Wilson is a Miami Dolphin.
Ooh, look at TD.
This just tells me that the Miami Dolphins, man, they don't even have a plan. Yeah, they're gonna let this ship sink. It makes absolutely no sense, man. This is embarrassing. Like, this is like, ugh.
Now you slept on it, TD. All right, and I kind of wish I had a close-up of your camera when you literally it looked like when Tua threw a pick. That was your reaction to Zach Wilson becoming a Dolphin is your reaction when Tua throws picks live. I wish I had a close-up of you. You're like, gosh, damn. Walked off the set. You
I ain't gonna lie.
Slept on it, TD. You had a stream about it. Your thoughts, Zach Wilson's a Dolphin.
Well, that moment shocked me because I had got the notification on my phone, but it was fast. I couldn't see what it said. All I saw was Zach Wilson, Denver Broncos. And I was like, okay, whatever. He's probably going back. And then when Kobe said that, I was like, oh, they're trying to troll me. And oh my gosh, man. But you know what? Zach might be all right. Mike McDaniel might fix Zach Wilson. And hey, man, we might have the next Purdy. We might have the best quarterback in the division. Who knows? Zach Wilson got some mobility that I like. He got a cannon. He needs to be able to process the field because he can't do that to save his life. He's a 1-2 read guy. You know, he got his processing, and that's where he has to be better. Hopefully McDaniel can fix that, and if McDaniel can fix the processing, hey man, we got us a franchise quarterback, baby. Oh, I ain't gonna write them off. The Jets always screw quarterbacks up, man. I just don't think that Miami was in a position where they could afford. I don't think Miami was in a position where they could actually afford to take this chance, but they taking it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a backup quarterback role. We already know what's going to happen, though, TD, right? You know that Tua's hurt for the Jets-Dolphins game at MetLife Stadium.
I don't know.
You know that's going to be Zach Wilson versus Justin Fields. First of all, that would be a great game because Justin Fields, Zach Wilson comes from the same draft class, and Zach Wilson revenge game. Are you kidding me? As a Dolphin, I'm ready for it. I mean, that image looks cursed. I'm just
as long as he wins. I'm good with that.
You know what? It's sad because, some people call me a Zach Wilson hater. And I guess the reason why they say that is because I just don't love him as much as Sam Darnold. I'm not a Zach Wilson hater. I actually going to root for the kid, but now I'm not. You know what I mean? Now I'm not. He's on Miami. If he went to an NFC team or somewhere else, I'd be like, yeah, let's see Zach thrive, and we'll see. But hey, we'll see. Yeah, Jets Forever calls me a a hater, but it is what it is. So
hey, listen, he Zach might be Wilson, the future, Richard.
He might be the future, or is this the future of the Jets right here? The New York Jets got their guy in Justin Fields officially. We talked about it yesterday, TD, on Wake Up and Ball as a possibility. And now
I told you, man, with the money. I told you about the money, Richie.
Hey, bro, the contract details came out actually this morning, and I absolutely love the contract details. And what did you tell me?
Y'all, everybody laughed at me in the chat when I said 40+ million on a 2-year.
You didn't say 40.
Everybody said, everybody was like, no, maybe 2-year, 25. I said, you got to look at this market now. It's different. I know he hadn't proven anything, but he's going to get 2 years, 40, 245, and he got 2 years, 40 million.
All right. Well, chat, everybody, do us a favor. Simply smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe here to Roundtable Sports. We're live on Wake Up and Ball. We're trying to get this to 20K subs by the end of free agency frenzy. That would be a lot of fun if you guys can help us out. And I want to show you something, TD, because I went into my X archives, and This was ahead of the 2021 draft where there was a war between Jets fans of Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. Who should we draft? There was a war amongst Jets fans. And if you see, I posted, who would you rather the Jets draft? Retweet for Wilson, like for Fields. And Justin Fields won. I think the majority of the Jets fans wanted to draft Justin Fields in that draft, that pick 2. But the Jets decided to go Zach Wilson. And even my buddy Jack, where's Jack? You know my buddy Jack.
Yes.
Where is he? He's under here saying he wants Justin Fields. And he hated Zach Wilson from the moment. There he is. Jack is on record saying he wants Justin Fields. He's happy the Jets got Justin Fields because he hated Zach Wilson the moment that he was drafted here. And then he sucked, so he never gave him a chance. But it's interesting when you look back in time that it comes full circle. Jets fans were upset they did not draft Justin Fields, but he eventually lands with the New York Jets on a free agency contract, 2 years, $40 million guarantee, and the contract details are out. It's a low-risk, high-reward for the New York Jets. I think it's a no-brainer. And the one thing I do like about this move, TD, the more I look at it, is this is going to be Justin Fields' first opportunity in his entire NFL career, in my opinion.
Real opportunity.
Where he was given the starting job. When he was traded to the Steelers, he was not given the starting job, right? That's a different mindset. When you get signed by a team and they're telling you you're a QB number 1, there's a different headspace with that, TD. And this Jets organization is going to open up their arms and give all the resources he possibly needs to unlock himself, to be the best version of himself. And how many times have we seen first-round picks just need a team to believe in him to unlock their full potential? Look what the Vikings did with Sam Darnold. I mean, we can go down the list about all these quarterbacks. And this is going to be his 5th season in the NFL. And he has a lot of NFL experience to learn from. So I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to break out and be a top quarterback for the Jets, but this is going to be his real shot. If there ever was a shot for him to be a starting quarterback for a football team down the line, whether it's the Jets or not, it's now with the Jets.
Well, listen, man, the Jets are lucky, in my opinion. First of all, it's a good move. I think that he may find the future. It's just a matter of how effective he can be. But I think he'll find a future with the Jets. Long term, this is just a short-term situation right here. If it doesn't work out, they can move on right away. But here's the thing. This is why I say the Jets are lucky, because your team is in a position where you can afford this experiment while Aaron Glenn is building the roster and the way he wants it. You got a year to 2 years to where you can play this game. And if it works out, great. And if it doesn't, you'll be drafting a top quarterback or getting a big name free agent eventually. So, yeah, so the Jets, I mean, you put yourself in a position where you can still have some optimism. And now it's just leaning on Aaron Glenn and how effective he can be as a head coach leading these guys to success. Because the AFC East isn't getting any easier. Buffalo's still going to be where they're going to be. The Patriots are getting better. The Dolphins poised to make a Super Bowl run. The Jets got to keep themselves in the fray. And the Jets are the team that could either bomb on their face or Miami or both. But I like this move. I think that y'all will be fine. I don't know if it's a playoff team still, but we'll see. We'll see the impact that Aaron Glenn has on the roster. Nothing y'all do, in my opinion, from a player's personnel standpoint, is going to change, in my mind, that you're a playoff team. The only factor that's going to make you a playoff team is Aaron Glenn. Can he come in and be a great coach right away? And if so, can he hardball this thing like the Chargers? And if so, there you have it. This is all on Aaron Glenn right now, because the roster still ain't that much different from last year. Some will argue it may not be as good as last year. So this is all on Aaron Glenn. We'll see what he can make of this Jets team.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely on Aaron Glenn. I agree with that, but it's also definitely on Justin Fields. Now that he's the quarterback. Do you think Justin Fields is a starting quarterback in this league? Because he fell to Chicago, was winning with Pittsburgh, did not turn the ball over with Pittsburgh. Like, it's definitely on Aaron Glenn. He's going to be on the clock, and it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out this team. in their tendencies. One tweet that I saw that I really liked about the Jets that I want to remind people. I mean, look at this. This is the Jets core right here. Look at all the youth that the New York Jets have. Braylon Allen, our running back, 21 years old. Left tackle, Olu, 22 years old. Breece Hall is 23 years old. Garrett Wilson is 24 years old. Sauce Gardner is 24 years old. Will McDonald, 25. Justin Fields, our new quarterback, is young, 26. Jermaine Johnson's 26. Quinnen and Quincy Williams, 27, 28 years old. And then someone in the comments reminded him there's more youth. Elijah Vera Tucker's 25, our right guard. Our starting center is 23 years old. Our starting left guard is 27. And then we have a 7th overall pick to add to the youth movement. So this Jets team, there's a youth movement here, TD. There's a young core. And the one thing I notice about the Jets free agency moves is they are signing only players that are young, right? Only young guys. Whereas the Patriots, for example, they're getting all veterans, 30-plus years old, where the Jets, they're going young. They're re-signing Jamian Sherwood long-term, who's 25 years old, and they're keeping this young core together for the future for Aaron Glenn to build. So you're 100% right. Their roster is good, but there's some holes, and it's going to be all about the coaching staff to get the most out of them in year number 1.
Very interesting. There is a youth movement with the Jets. Again, it's on Aaron Glenn.
It's on Aaron Glenn, indeed.
Can he build with that unit? That's going to be the important piece to it.
Folks, do us a favor. We don't even have 50 like buttons smashed with over 150 people live right now. So do us a favor. Smash the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this edition of Wake Up and Ball Free Agency Frenzy, the latest news across the NFL. There's a lot to get into, folks. Please do us a favor and smash the thumbs up button. Speaking of the New England Patriots, TD, they're spending big in free agency. All right. They, on offense, brought in a backup quarterback, Josh Dobbs. They signed Mac Hollins, Austin Hooper, tight end. They got Morgan Moses. And there's rumblings that they're going to be trading Joe Milton after them signing Josh Dobbs to be their backup. And some people around the NFL believe Joe Milton is a quarterback that deserves a chance, and the Patriots want to give him that chance. Your thoughts of the New England Patriots spending big this offseason, not only on offense, but also on defense? They went out there on defense and brought in Harold Landry, Milton Williams, Tunga, Spillane, Carlton Davis. Like, they had the most cap space in the league, and they're spending it a lot. They're spending a lot of money, TD, and they need to because they don't got talent, bro. But now they do.
They're the winners, bro. They're the winners in free agency so far. And they have draft capital in a pretty high one too, which is going to be interesting to see what they do with that pick. The Patriots are just saying, man, we need to turn this organization around and be in the fray of things. And that's what they're doing. I'm completely sold on the revamped turnaround for the Patriots. They're about to win some games, man. If I'm about to say Zach Wilson. If what's his name? I always forget his name.
Who?
New England quarterback again. Drake May. Listen, if Drake May can ball out, this team can make the playoffs. I'm already convinced with the moves they made. They're gonna be a top 10 defense, Richie. Now, what they do in the draft is what's gonna be even more interesting. It's going to be even more interesting what they do in the draft. So I can't wait to see that. But the New England Patriots, if you're a Pats fan, you got to be very excited about what's going on right now. Very excited. I'm just shocked that they went in this heavy. But when you got $130 million, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of teams with the most cap space in the league go out there and spend money like this and fail. So I'm not going to. I mean, this is what we do, though. Whoever has the most money, they spend the most, and we always say they win free agency. But what does winning free agency do?
Well, I don't know. This is Vrabel, though. This is different. As long as you don't have injury concerns, Vrabel will always lead his team to the playoffs, unless they have major injuries in key positions. And I know a lot of people keep talking about the $26 million a year for Milton, and he only played 50% of the snaps. You shouldn't look at it that way. The Philadelphia Eagles had such a great rotation that they got to spare guys and not wear them out. That was the goal. Philly is like 10 deep on the D line when they won the Super Bowl. So he's going to go to New England, and he's going to probably go up to about 70 to 75% of the snaps. It's that simple. Don't judge it off of the 50 that he had in Philly. That's literally because of the rotation was so good, and they were able to keep having fresh bodies in. So he's just going to have more of a workload in New England. I mean, the man is one of the most dominant in the league. Like, let's not deny that. Don't go at a snap count and say he's not worth something. You better go check out that D-line they had. The backups were amazing. So, yeah, he's just going to be a more primary player in New England. Great move by them. And I think he's worth every bit of the 26 with the more playing time.
Glenn says, surprised TD didn't say anything about Daniels. Well, who's Daniels? Jaden Daniels? Your man crush?
Jaden Daniels? What did he do?
I don't know.
I mean, if we're talking Jaden Daniels, he should be the happiest man alive.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that. We didn't make a graphic about that. Let's talk about that next. We don't have a graphic aligned to it, but we'll make it breaking news. Yesterday, Laremy Tunsil gets traded to the Washington Commanders, TD. That was a big move that I did not see coming. I don't see it from Houston's perspective. But what's your thoughts of Laremy Tunsil getting traded to Washington and all of Washington's moves? I mean, going after Deebo Samuel, they are definitely following the Houston Texans route of last year. Even though Houston, I mean, I don't want to say they failed last season because they won their division. They won a playoff game. But CJ Stroud took a step back. What's your thoughts of Washington's offseason so far, them being as aggressive as they've been?
Amazing. Don't be content with what you have and say, let's just keep growing. No, you got one of them dudes, and you only got 3 more years to take advantage of the low money, 4 years maybe. So, hey, make that a part of your window to try to win a Super Bowl. And bringing Laremy Tunsil is a huge part of that O-line, adding Deebo Samuels and a few pieces on the defense. Listen, man, the Commanders ain't playing either. I mean, we act like that team last year wasn't good without those guys, and now you add those guys. That's the much-needed help. And you go in the draft and you keep making the roster even better. If you're a Commanders fan, you got to be happy, man. You got to be excited about the future. Laremy Tunsil is as good as they come. For some reason, he had an anomaly last 2 years with penalties, communication on the snap count for whatever reason. But just pound for pound doing his job, he is as good as it comes at the left tackle position. So, listen, Commanders, man, can you overtake the Eagles?
I'll say this, though. I mean, we talked about it on Bleacher Report. The Jevon Kinlaw signing by Washington, I don't get. Coming from he was a Jet, and that man does not deserve that money. Like, I don't understand that. They're banking on him breaking out. I don't understand that. First round. He was when the Jets signed him, he was known as the biggest first round bust that San Francisco has ever had. So we're like, all right, we'll try to fix your bust. And he was a bust for us too. And then he gets that type of money from Washington. That right there is a little questionable. So
maybe a case where they just always had an eye on him and saw certain intangibles that might fit that system. I don't know. Yeah, that was a shocker, but you never know. You might hear his name a lot this year, Richie. Who knows?
True. And I think Glenn was referring to the Dolphins signing James Daniels, the guard that you guys not Jaden Daniels.
We got a pretty good guard, Richie.
Oh yeah, sure you do.
No, seriously, he is. He's a real solid guard. You know how I always use my scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah,
Robert Hunt is an 8 to me, even though they paid him like he was a 10. This guy's a 7, but a consistent 7. Problem is he coming fresh off of an Achilles injury and won't even be ready until June to resume football activities. And we know what that means.
Great pickup.
That means training camp in July and August. Well, still working them in. Like, people don't understand. Oh, he'll be back in June to resume football activities, not full go practice. It's a ramp up period, all of that, man. So That's our formula. We're trying to get cheaper players coming fresh off of an injury, but they're good. So the signings we made so far, with the exception of Zach Wilson, 2 guys that are just prone to injury, and we're going to see if they can turn the corner and stay healthy with Miami.
We'll see. Cody writes, MJ or the flop? We're not going there, man. It's NFL free agency. People are tired
you ignoring that flop that he act like Tatum punched him in the face? You ignoring that, Richie?
Ignoring what? I ain't ignoring anything.
Yeah, the flop versus the Celtics.
We're talking about NFL right now. That's
all right. I'm gonna leave it alone. But MJ, to answer your question.
All right. Let's get into some other situations across the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, is he going to Pittsburgh? What's your gut say, TD Fins Talk? Is he going to Pittsburgh? Because it seems like there's a real chance of that happening. Or do you still have him going to the New York Giants? Now that Justin Fields is officially with the New York Jets, where is Aaron Rodgers ending up? And if he goes to the Steelers, do you have them being successful?
I slept on this Aaron Rodgers thing, and I came up with the conclusion this morning. I don't think he's going to neither of them.
Retiring?
No.
Where is he going? Dolphins?
No, I think he might end up going to the team that gives him the best chance to win.
Who's that?
Minnesota. Nobody's talking about what is Minnesota going to do.
They got JJ. He follows.
Yeah, but JJ can't play this year. I mean, it ain't like Aaron Rodgers finna sign a 4-year deal or a 3-year deal anywhere.
No, I know. I can see it.
So I think he's going to the Vikings, man. Because they, like, you see them defensive signings they've been making?
Mm-hmm.
To like Vikings spending money on the defense.
All right, chat. You guys let me know where do you guys got Aaron Rodgers ending up? Steelers, Giants, or Vikings? Or San Francisco is still out there as an option. You never know.
Somebody said JJ is healthy. What are they talking about? JJ McCarthy, he's not expected to play this year.
Is that true? He's not expected to play at all?
I don't know. Like, what's the timeline? Because he's not going to be playing at the beginning of the year. Didn't he re-injure himself?
He did, yes.
Yeah, if y'all ain't been paying attention, his original injury that put him out last year, he re-injured it. So for mine, I thought that he wasn't going to play at all in 2026 either. But yeah.
All right. Well, you guys let us know where you guys got him going, Aaron Rodgers. We shall see.
Let me look it up though, because JJ.
And folks, smash the like button. We want at least 100 likes after this show, man. It's free agency frenzy. You're waking up, you're balling with us here on Roundtable Sports' Wake Up and Ball. We cannot thank you guys enough for all your love and support. This show is being brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook. If you guys want to go check out BetUS, don't forget to use the code YouTube150. All right? You can use YouTube150 when you sign up to BetUS. You go to betus.com.pa, and they will give you a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, all the way up to $2,000, 125% on your next 2 deposits. So that's the best option on the internet to make some bets. You can get an early betting in on Coach of the Year. I love how Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel are the favorites, and then they're disrespecting Aaron Glenn at plus 2,000. I like that Aaron Glenn at plus 2,000. The value is fantastic, TD. I'm just saying. Aaron Glenn at plus 2,000. I absolutely love it. You never know. If he brings the Jets to a playoff appearance, the Jets will win that with Aaron Glenn. Not saying he's going to do it, but that's all I know. So big shout out to BetUS Sportsbook. All of the odds on Coach of the Year are the new coaches. Even Liam Cohen has a better chance than Aaron Glenn. The disrespect. Look at this.
Oh, wait. Well, forgive me, man. I guess my guy in the chat is right. I I think JJ might be okay. He might be okay to play this year.
Yeah, I thought he was. I don't know where. I mean, that was the whole reason why they didn't bring back Sam. And speaking of
No,
Sam
but they
Darnold,
wanted to bring back Sam. From my understanding, I thought JJ wouldn't have been ready.
well, Sam Darnold is
Hmm.
the Seahawks officially.
Yeah.
Your thought of Sam Darnold, baby? Woo! Look at Sam. Congratulations, to Sam Darnold, man, for getting the bag. I'm very happy for him, first and foremost. And
This
I
is
feel like, what?
This is a prove it deal. I mean, let's be honest, it's still a prove it deal.
55 mil guaranteed is still a good little price for my boy Sam Darnold to cash out at. Just say.
I mean, good for, and actually the real numbers isn't 110 million, it's 100 million. They corrected it yesterday. But so he really gets like 34 a year. So Sam 55 guaranteed is a blessing for him, but if he doesn't play well, they can get off of him after 1 year. They can get out of the contract after 1 year. So Sam has an opportunity to become a franchise quarterback. He needs to ball out and then talk about contract extension and show the Seahawks that he could be the guy long term. But this isn't at all a long-term deal.
So do you think there's a chance that the Seahawks draft? There's a lot of rumblings that they like Jackson Dart. Could you see them drafting a guy like Dart?
Yeah, they're in a prime position to potentially get him if he falls, to them in the mid round, the first round. So I could see the Michael Penix situation happening and Jackson Dart waiting in the wings just in case. So, and then they build around him. So we'll see. We'll see. But sometimes, in today's NFL, who?
Darnold.
It ain't a great situation in Seattle.
Hater.
No. I'm just saying, not Sam, but it's not a great situation. O-line, wide receiver, they need work. So, I don't know, man. They need work.
So, chat, you guys let us know. Will Sam Darnold prove to be the franchise quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, or will he not prove it? You guys let us know in the chat. We love getting interactive with you guys in the chat. Please let us know the overall sentiment of Sam Darnold. JSN is still there. He's still a number one receiver. Kenneth Walker is still a great running back. Their offensive line needs some work. The offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, is a man that he has been connected with before. So we shall see. We shall see. Is there any other breaking NFL news to talk about that's happening around the league? I mean, we woke up to, I didn't see this news this morning. Jonathan Allen going to Minnesota.
Minnesota, I'm telling you, and $20 million a year, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $20 million a year, $60 million deal. So they're loading up on defense.
Well, the Vikings, look at how good the defense was last year with all those no names. And this year they're like, okay, we're going to get you some names. So this Vikings defense, it's going to be interesting. That's why I'm saying Aaron Rodgers, he could be the difference maker for Minnesota.
You think so? Now, the quarterback carousel is interesting. Where do you think Russell Wilson ends up? Because Russell Wilson was rumored to be linked to the Tennessee Titans. The Giants are still looking for a quarterback, by the way. So where the heck is that going to end up? Where are these quarterbacks going to end up? We talked about Aaron Rodgers landing spots, Vikings, Seahawks, Giants. Well, not Seahawks anymore. But where do you think a guy like Russell Wilson is going to end up?
People probably going to get mad at me for saying this. I think Russell Wilson is washed. I really do. Everybody was talking about the sky ball last year because it's the only thing in his arsenal now. I just feel like he's washed, man. There's nothing special about him anymore. When he plays. So I don't have, Russ as this commodity, oh man, if we get this guy, he could be a really great backup for a team at this point. Come in, try to be efficient, make some few plays. But as a starter, man, he's washed, man. He's going to be a placeholder for a team that miss out on a quarterback. It's that simple.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. If you think so. I agree. But what about the Titans? You think that's an actual possibility? Or the Giants? If he goes to either of those teams, is he going to start? Or is he a backup now?
See, Giants, he'll start. The Titans, what are you doing? Because remember, Russ is going to want to start. So if you bring Russ in for some, not big money, but solid money, I don't get it. Like, you actually might not be drafting Cam Ward #1 overall. So I don't think the Titans are going to bring Russell Wilson in. It makes no sense. Russ ain't trying to be sitting on no bench, man. He might as well retire if that's the case. He done made plenty of money, Rich. He made a lot of money. I've been the main person telling everybody for the last 10 years. All right, as soon as you give him that money, it ain't going to be the same. If you extend him, you ain't going nowhere, Seattle. You did it again. You ain't going nowhere. And I've been telling everybody eventually they're going to trade him and realize they can't figure out the puzzle when he making that kind of money. And they traded him. And Denver took on money. And I said, here we go. And right when he leaves Denver, they go to success. And I'm not saying it's because of him, but that level of money hurts. And then your play is declining as well. And on top of it, people forget Russ had the Legion of Boom, a top run game, a top O-line, 22 personnel on every play action, two great receivers. He had the perfect situation. Just don't turn the ball over, run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, and then play action, set him up on a heavy line with two-man routes, throwing deep or crossers. And he did his job. It's like the same system it's like what Tua does. But we think these guys are great if they operated at a high level. But Russ showed you can win a Super Bowl as long as you load everything else up like that. So, but today's league has changed. You got all these young quarterbacks that are great that aren't making a lot of money, and the team has an advantage for a loaded roster. So Russ just ain't it for me.
Flick Short says, y'all stop sleeping on Wilson. He taking us there. Taking you where, bro? Where is he taking you?
Flick's crazy.
Where is he taking you? I can't wait. It's really funny though, TD, how much Dolphins fans has flipped like, wait, but Zach Wilson's actually, when all they done, Dolphins fans, is hate on Zach Wilson for years, how trash he is, bashing him. And now he's a Dolphin. All of a sudden, but there's untapped potential. There's upside. I see them posting the highlights of him all over X. Oh, look at him. He can run. Oh, he can throw. Yeah. All right.
Because he's a jet.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Well, folks, big time shout out to BetUS again for sponsoring today's show. Wake Up and Ball is powered by BetUS, and we're really excited for free agency frenzy to continue on the network on Roundtable Sports. Folks, if you did not already, please subscribe to this channel because we have a lot of fun things happening on Roundtable Sports. We're trying our best to get to 20,000 subscribers. So do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, folks, right now.
Yes, right now.
Please subscribe, hit the like button, and later today, join us on 4th and Forever at 2 p.m. We're back, baby.
Welcome to 4th and Forever here on Roundtable Sports Network, your favorite NFL midday show, live weekdays at 2 p.m. EST, featuring Dan Mitchell, Richie Malora, and Tony Dow, covering all things NFL all offseason long.
So that is going to be live later today at 2 p.m. We're going to continue the conversation and add Dan Mitchell to it, and we're going to be talking all things NFL over there on 4th and Forever. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss anything here on the channel. Flick says, just saying Jets ruin quarterbacks. Oh, and the Dolphins just are so good at developing quarterbacks too. I forgot Tua is great, Flicks. I forgot about that one. Much love to everybody in the chat. TD, anything you want to say before we wrap things up here?
Oh, yeah. The Vikings get another signing. Defensive tackle Jevon Hargrave.
Wow. Jevon Hargrave goes to Minnesota.
Wow. And the
Here it is.
49ers just cut him on Wednesday.
Breaking news. Jevon Hargrave going to the Vikings. They just landed 2 big defensive tackles. Wow.
I know. Crazy. But yeah, man, that's it, man. This was actually a bonus show because we're live on Wake Up on Ball Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we give you a little extra show today. So big ups for free agency. And stay tuned right here on Roundtable Sports and around the Roundtable Sports Network. Whatever your favorite team is, check out the Roundtable tonight and tomorrow because they will be live with your favorite crews all around the network. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're out. Wake Up and Ball now is usually going to be live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but since it's free agency week, we wanted to keep giving it to you all week long. We'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for the support. Hit the like button on your way out and subscribe here to Roundtable Sports. BetUS, appreciate you for sponsoring it. As always, we'll see you on 4th and Forever. Peace.